took a thumbnail. We should be live now. Hopefully everybody can hear us. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Now, I bet you lot thought we hadn't put our clocks back. Or it was going to be on at 9 o'clock. And in addition to that, if anybody's watching now and they think, oh, they're an hour late, you haven't put your clocks back. And I'm not so sure. You know, this thing of putting the clocks back and things like that. I don't know whether somebody said hi. Who was that?
Collector.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you in the chat. I don't know whether this thing of the clocks going forward and going back and whatever. I don't know whether it's
trying to stop it.
Is it old-fashioned now?
Crazy morning.
Crazy. You know, we clicked go live and it said not available at the moment. So we've had to do a full restart, unplug everything, plug everything back in, re-enter all the title again, and
I start my
everything
new job
else.
Tomorrow. I'm getting nervous. Ooh.
Yeah, tonight the night before the new job.
Yeah.
Is hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
You are thinking about stuff and
Where's
things
your new
like
job?
that going through your mind.
Hope it's somewhere exciting.
Try and get
But
live
it's
up
always
on here.
nervous.
Keep talking,
It's always
Lisa, while I try and get
nerve-wracking.
live up on here.
Good evening, everyone. Danielle. Good evening, Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. Good to
Hope
see
you're
you.
all right.
Keep talking, Lisa. That's it. You've got to
Nicholas
keep going.
Birch. Good evening, Shane and Lisa. Good evening, Nicholas.
Hi, Nicholas. Great to see you in the chat.
Crazy Caveman. I only woke up about an hour ago. We're about ready to go to bed, aren't we?
Do you know, I don't know, the clocks have gone back, but it feels like it's
so
11:30 at night, doesn't it? Even though it's not. It's surprising what it does.
Cleaning job at a headquarters, 40 hours a week. Well, yeah, I wouldn't say it's nothing too exciting because you just never know, do you?
It's new times to be doing stuff.
Good.
It's new times to be doing stuff.
Any new job is a good start, a new start.
And
positive.
It's something taking you away from being assigned another task.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. When I woke up at 5:30 a.m, I didn't realise it was 4:30 a.m. I know.
Who said that?
Crazy cave.
What are you doing waking up at 4:30 in the morning? That's early, isn't it? The trouble is now, it's soon going to be where you don't know whether it's 4:30 in the morning or 4:30 in the afternoon, do you? When the nights finally draw in.
Yeah.
What am I doing here? I'm trying
My
to
dog
swap.
didn't get the memo about the clock change, had me up at 7. Ooh.
Ah, that's what it is.
That's not good.
Right.
I went to sleep about 9:30 the night before, lol. Oh, that's early though, yeah.
Yeah, that's an
still a good
early.
sleep.
That is an early, yeah.
I think I'd be awake at 4:30 if I went to sleep at 9:30.
No night owl award for you on that one then. That is an early one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. And luckily it's 40 hours a week. Loads of people are struggling to find a job. Yeah, I do actually believe jobs are hard to come by now. And I think even when jobs are advertised for people, it does make you wonder sometimes if people actually get the jobs.
I'm wondering myself, talking about that, whether a lot of the...
Normally I'm awake about 3 hours after I go to sleep. My alarm didn't go off this morning on my phone. Could that be to do with the clock change? Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, I think it could be. I think these jobs that are advertised, I don't know whether a lot of them are just harvesting data. You know, almost like agents harvesting data, and then they're then going and trying to sell the data on to prospective... Oh, well, we've got 50 people that could do an admin job already lined up for you. That's what I'm wondering.
Because you see the jobs advertised, and then the jobs close, and then you see them advertised again. And it's like, well, surely loads of people have applied. You must have found somebody suitable.
Statistically, I would have thought if anybody offering a job would be over-offered a large number of applicants.
Yeah.
Don't you? I mean, that's what I would believe. I'd find it very unusual if there was a job where nobody had... We've got some admin going on in the background. We're advertising for jobs, searching through the applicants. I would have thought there'd be a higher number of applicants over and above.
City Flyer, good evening, guys.
Hello,
good
City
evening.
Flyer. wouldn't you? Rather
Yes.
than advertising
I
for a
think they'd be
job.
oversubscribed, yeah.
I can imagine there would be job adverts out there.
I was meant to start my new job 2 weeks ago, but had to wait for confirmation as it's a new site, so nervous but excited to start.
I see, yeah.
There'll be a lot of paperwork, won't there? And
Yeah, the admin
getting
side
set
of it
up.
and stuff
Yeah.
like
It's
that.
an exciting time, though. Exciting times.
Yeah.
Regardless what job it is, it's always exciting.
I don't think it matters the job. I
No.
think it matters the fact that
It's employment.
it's
And you're
changed
paid.
and it's getting you out there and that interaction and who you might meet, who you might interact with and what might become of it in the future.
Yeah, because it might
Whether
start
it's-
as one job and become something else further down the line.
Well, a lot of times I think jobs are only internally, and a lot of the adverts that you see on there, also in addition to it being agents fishing, allegedly, it could be that a lot of them are advertising, but it's almost a waste of time because they've already got somebody lined up internally,
Yeah, there's
but
a lot
they
of
have to
places
say,
like
"Oh,
that,
it's
isn't
fair." Yeah, I
there's a lot of
think
places
there is.
like that. So you've done well to get a job, I think, because I think it could be quite hard.
Yeah, I think it's very strange times, particularly as I saw a YouTube video the other day, and they were saying that before 2019, without talking about it, but you know what I'm talking about. They were saying that this industrial estate
Hi,
was
Alex.
absolutely ram jam packed with cars, but they're saying now people haven't returned to the office.
A company I've seen have advertised the same job 10 times over. It's ridiculous. I can imagine. And that's what I mean. I don't know if sometimes they're even taking people on.
No,
But there must be somebody suitable out of all the people that apply.
not
Unless
always.
they're made to apply.
No,
you know?
sometimes they are made to apply, aren't they? And I think that's the problem. If you've got some kind of appointment and this is what you need to go and apply for, and it's like, well, actually,
It might not be the job you want.
I don't see that's the benefit that
No.
it's going to go. And also, I think sometimes we were talking about this. We were saying about when you look at stuff, and it might be like an entry on a job of data entry,
Yeah.
and you might say, oh, well, I can't do that. And it's like, can you type an email? Well, actually, you're already entering data, who it's to, the subject, the actual body of the email itself. So you can do that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the time, sometimes people are put off. And also the list of requirements, it's almost as if, somebody...
It's OTT sometimes. Isn't
I think it's people being lazy. They've just gone on to the AI bot, haven't they? Oh, create me a job description for somebody that's doing admin for Elon Musk. Okay, well, you need to have been on the board of Twitter. You've got to have 3 degrees. You've got to have
Been to Mars.
kids with very unusual names. And I'm not so sure where they get all of these
No.
requirements and criteria and
Because some are a bit out there, aren't they?
a lot. Yeah, I'm not sure where they get it from, to be quite
No.
honest, or whether it's actually needed.
No.
Do you?
No, and about half of the time, even when you start the job, I bet you don't do half of what's on the job description.
No. What do you have to? What do you end up doing then? Oh, well, I'm listening to the board meeting for 3 hours.
With a glass.
3 hours, with a glass, collecting the sandwiches.
Yeah, that's
it.
it.
Could be anything like that, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and in my experience, whenever if you're advertising for a job, and this is from our past, the right person almost seems to present themselves to you, don't they?
Yeah.
I know through previous employment we were advertising for a job once, and this guy came for an interview, and we had a set number of questions for them, and one of them was, why have you attended today? And hopefully trying to tease out of them for them to say, oh, well, I'm interested in the company, I like this kind of work, I've done that in the past. So anyway, this person sat down and we said, so what's brought you here? What's made you come today? And he sat here and he said, because you asked me to. And it's just like,
All right then.
okay, that's a bit of a killer. We had another one as well, didn't we, for an interview that came. It was, I think it was the very first appointment, and it was like either 9 or 9:15, and he turns up with an open tinny
Stinking of beer.
in his pocket, stinking of beer, and it's like,
It's not going to be
What?
you.
what do you say to that?
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's hard,
I
isn't
can't understand it, but in my opinion, I think it was placed rather than a problem, if that makes sense, you know. But such is life, such is life. So anyway, I think have we done the clocks going back?
Yeah.
I mean, all I can say now is I don't like the clocks going back.
It's just like dark all the time now, isn't it?
It is almost dark all the time, and in
Yeah.
fact, actually, I'm almost looking forward now to December the 21st.
When it starts getting lighter.
When at that point, you know, from then on, it's you run out, isn't it, into summer rather than
Yeah.
these cold, dark, windy,
like
wet
summer though, don't
nights.
you?
I absolutely love summer. Yeah, I do not like winter.
See, I like the Burr months.
The what?
The Burr months.
Burr?
Burr.
Have you bit your tongue?
No?
Burr
No?
months?
I like the Burr months. You've never heard that saying?
I've never heard that saying. It sounds like you.
Educate you.
Spring and autumn.
Sounds like you
No.
bit your tongue.
December the 21st is the start of winter. I think it is. I think me and Max had this conversation before.
Burr, I presume you're talking about October, November.
September, December. Yeah, the Burr months. I like
right.
the Burr months.
What about January, Burr?
No. Because that makes no sense, Shane.
Well,
It does make sense.
you've all
Max.
learnt something new. Lisa likes the
I like
Burr
the
months.
Burr months. I like it now where all the leaves are on the ground, and then I like the frosty school runs when there's all frost on the ground and it's all crispy and we're going to school. I like them.
I already can't wait for summer. I really can't.
Well, I wish summer away for the Burr months, and you wish the Burr months away for summer.
Absolutely, and it is at times like
Opposites
this.
attract, don't they?
We said there was somebody else who was going on about they wanted to go away and try out somewhere in Spain for 6 months. It's like right now, yeah,
That'd be you.
I'd
wouldn't it?
definitely be quite happy to go and try
No.
out somewhere in Spain. That's a lot warmer than here.
No, get wrapped up.
No,
Get
it's
out.
too cold.
No.
Come on, let us know in the
Nice
comments.
crisp walks,
Summer or winter,
crunchy
which do you
leaves
prefer?
and crunchy grass.
I mean, Lisa's making it sound almost all romantic,
It is
trying to sell the
romantic.
winter experience.
See,
here.
Max says winter. Then you get Christmas. I like Christmas.
Humbug,
Summer,
summer.
hands down.
Yeah, definitely.
Crazy caveman.
Hands up.
The car should be on the road, shouldn't it? Crazy Caveman, hopefully at the end of this month. Not many days now. Not many days
Not
now.
many days.
The part that he was telling us about in the last live has been fitted.
Friday.
Friday,
Spring
yeah.
and
That's not
autumn
long
for
at
me,
all.
for Danielle.
Spring and
Yeah, you
autumn.
see, spring's nice because that's still chilly, isn't it? And
Yeah, it
see, I'm
can
not
be.
a lover of hot weather. I don't like it when it's hot. I'd rather be cold and get wrapped up and get snuggly and warm.
No, I do like summer. I do like summer.
It took me an hour and a half to fit the part long. That's not bad.
Well, he did say about half an hour, but it's this time of year, isn't it? And it's your motivation at this time of year.
To go out in the cold.
And I don't know why it always ends up, but we've had in the past, whenever a car job needs doing, it always ends up seeming to cause a problem in winter, doesn't it? Rather than doing it in the nice weather, you know. But
Took me about 45 minutes just to get the throttle hose off. There's always that pesky
tricky
part in there.
element to it, yeah.
Only
tricky
because
side.
of my dogs with the heat. Yeah, you see,
Oh
pets
yeah,
don't like
can be
it,
too
yeah.
hot in the summer. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. There is a way of thinking about
Yeah.
stuff all the time, isn't there?
Yeah.
Look at that, like, looks like I've been dragged through a bloody bush or a winter bush backwards, doesn't it? But I don't know. I suppose it is nice, you know, a cozy nice, cozy nice night in. But I do like summer myself. But these clocks going back, I don't know. When it's
Not
getting
for you.
dark now, yeah, I think the light levels and
It's
stuff
like the kids
that.
are going to school and it's only just become daylight.
Yeah.
Good morning from Oz.
Oh,
Welcome to my secret.
welcome to my secrets.
Hello.
Hi Rachel, it's good to see you in the chat. Nice for you to join. And it must be, what are we talking about? 9 o'clock. Here's an interesting question. In Australia, Rachel, do they have daylight saving time? So here, our clocks have just gone back an hour. So I'll be interested to see whether that happens in Australia as well.
Maybe.
There we go. We should hopefully find out the answer very shortly for that one. But I don't know. I think they should do away with it.
Well, I saw
really
something
do.
in the news. Are they saying it's bad for your health or something?
It's bad for it's bad for a lot of things, isn't it? You know.
Oh dear. Yep, we have it now.
Ah,
There
okay.
we go.
Clocks have gone back, so yeah.
You don't even escape it over
No, couldn't even go there and get warm
Get
and
away from
escape it because the clocks are still going back. But
could you wish my son a happy birthday? His name is.
oh, come on, hey. Oh, hold on a minute. We've got some stripy paint, a sky hook, a box of sparks. Did all that tartan paint get used up, Lisa?
Yeah, that's all been used.
Oh, I don't know. Those old puns, yeah, so clocks going backwards. I think we'll bring that one to a close. Should we have a roundup of the videos that we've done?
It's 7:20 a.m. here Monday.
7:20 on Monday.
Crikey.
Wow, that's yeah. Go on then. How many hours is that? 10, 11, 12,
11.
9, 10, 11, 12, plus 7. Yeah, 11 hours. Have we got there in the end? Oh,
I was already there.
We got
You were
there
still
in the end.
counting on your fingers.
Oh dear me, I don't know.
10 hours, 45 minutes ahead.
There we go. Exactly.
That's
Straight
it.
down to the minute. Yeah.
46.
Right.
Nothing.
Let's try and pull up a list of videos that we've had earlier on. Where were we? Right. Videos. Bear with us. We know what we're doing. And I think this is the third live on a Sunday.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
We
aren't
need to be careful because it's almost becoming
a regular thing.
quite regular, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now I think we would have been the shopping. I think would have been covered by the last live 8 days ago. So I think we're on to Papa Shane's perfect pizza,
Was that last
aren't we?
Sunday?
No, because it's 6 days ago. Look, 6 days ago, Papa Shane's. Yeah.
Shane's Pizza.
Yeah, that one went down really well, didn't it? To be fair to it, it was easy to make, and I don't think there was any problems with that at all, was there really?
No, it was really quick.
I probably would say this was our own feedback. We're probably going to try and do a version 2 of that one, aren't we?
Yeah.
And at the time, we place the dough out to the official term somebody put in the comments was prove. Yeah, that's right.
Hi Shane and Lisa. Bev.
Hi Bev.
Hi Bev.
Nice to see you.
Change profile.
We left it out. Yeah. We see you've changed your profile picture as we've just been reminded from behind the scenes. Yeah, hopefully that went okay for you. So we put it out to prove, and initially there didn't seem to be much movement of the dough. So we left it a bit longer. And I think that was obviously then activating the yeast within the dough, which then when we went on to cook it, it raised more than what you would expect. Oh no, we're pleased. Yeah, we're pleased you've managed to get it done. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's a good outcome. And I think then it in some areas it was very much bread-like, I felt. And I think the key to it is controlling that initial time to like 15 to 30 minutes is what it said. We'd ended up with probably a bit longer than that by the time we'd had a brew and talking and stuff like that. And in some areas it had gone bread-like. And I think the key is to limit that time. And then if you're not using it there and then, straight in the fridge to stop any yeast activity. And there was another comment which was, 6 days ago. It feels like eternity, doesn't it? There was another discussion in the comments. I think it might have been I seen a Koi who said about put the pepperoni on after the cheese.
Put the cheese on first.
I think that might be the comment. I'd have to check to be sure on that one. So, a million apologies if I've got the wrong person. And that, I think, we'll swap that topping over in version 2 to try and give that a better outcome and see how that goes on. But in terms of value, can you put that comment on? There's a comment on the Papa Shane's pizza that talks about the order of the topping.
The whole entire comment in the chat.
Just the comment about putting the order to put the toppings on. I think it was
Make the mozzarella the first topping and then
yes.
all your favourite toppings.
Yeah, stick that one in for me if you can in the comments for everyone to see. Hopefully I've got the right person.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Well, that worked then, didn't it? Yeah, because it's like 6 days.
I know,
It already feels like a
comments,
lifetime, doesn't it? So I think that is the key, is to try the topping in a different order.
Pure cheese, pepperami, pineapple.
That's it, pineapple.
Mm.
Now, that
Controversial.
it is controversial, but it isn't for me. I think pineapple, absolutely fine, no problem at all on a pizza. I can't see any issue with that.
No.
And people that are going, oh, well, I don't like that. I don't know. I can't see it. Pineapple on pizza, no problem at all.
I like
Absolutely no problem. So we will be doing a version 2, and I think as a meal, it actually goes a long way because you end up with 3 pizzas out of it.
Yeah,
it does go a long way.
Mozzarella, then favourite toppings.
Mozzarella, then favourite toppings. Yeah, that's what we're going to try next time. Whereas we did it
the other way around.
It was an upside down pizza. Papa Shane's upside down pizza. Back onto the channel to have a look at these videos. Then there we go. So that was
Losing a parent.
perfect pizza. Yeah, losing a parent was the next
You will
video
still
after
get
that.
burnt edges, lol. Yeah, I think you always do on pizza.
But I do like
Yeah,
it.
but yeah, it adds to
I
it,
actually
doesn't it?
like the crispy edges. Yeah, the loss of a parent was a discussion that you had in the car.
Yeah, about seasons, about your life being in seasons.
So I'll let you talk about that one as it was your video rather than stealing your thunder, so to speak.
It was just a case of nothing lasts forever, and if it's a hard time or a difficult time, it's going to change and it will come to an end. And while I said one season prepares you for another, and if you've lost one parent, it prepares you, I don't underestimate, there's nothing prepares you for losing somebody that you love ever. I don't think you can ever be prepared for that. But I think in other terms of what you're going to have to deal with, how you might deal with it, I think it prepares you for that part of it. And that was my underlying part. And also, nothing lasts forever. So if you are obviously if you're having a good time, you want that to last forever. But if you're not having such a good time, it is going to change soon. And be safe in the knowledge that better times will come, and it is just a short season of your life that you're going through at that moment.
But I think even in terms of good things, if you think back to memories when you were young, and you might think back to that perfect summer holiday that you had, that you never wanted it to end.
But it did.
But it does come to an end, doesn't it? And
comes to an end.
You almost end up then becoming older, and that summer then doesn't come round again because the next summer you're working or you're doing something else, and it never turns out as good, does it?
Nothing prepares you for a loss. I've been there too. I don't think it does. Nothing can ever prepare you, because I think every time's different as well.
Yes.
Every situation is different.
Yeah.
Every person is different. The circumstances are different. And I think your feelings towards that person are different as well.
And also, you said that you were saying as well that actually what's in your mind about the event can sometimes be worse than the event itself.
There's a great poem, A Reason, a Season, or a lifetime? Oh, I'll have to look that one up. won't
Yeah,
we?
yeah, we will.
We'll look that one up.
We will. But I think it's something that, I don't know. You don't have the choice of whether
No.
you deal with it
No.
or not. It's bestowed upon you.
And you're just thrown into that situation, aren't you, of having
Yeah.
to deal with it and having to face
Whether
up
you
to
like it or not. And
yeah. And sometimes you don't want that situation to be there.
no,
You don't want to be in that situation. You
No.
don't want to lose anybody or anything bad that's happening in your life. You don't ever wish for that to happen.
yeah.
But that's out of your control sometimes, isn't it?
And dealing with it and dealing with what's in your mind.
And I think what's
is
in your
hard.
mind is sometimes worse than the reality as well. I think your mind's good
Yeah.
at playing tricks on you and
But that's because
overthinking.
it's the unknown,
Yeah.
isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
how could nobody can prepare you for the event?
No, nothing. No.
Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Let's move
yeah.
on.
I think we've done that one.
Let's move
Shall I
on.
read the comments?
Helen?
Shall I read the comments?
That video. No.
No. It's
Mum Life. We've got the Mum Life's next one. We'll move on.
Life seasons.
We'll move on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Move on. Move on.
Yeah.
Move on. The next one then was your £40 buys in the UK supermarket, and for a video that one.
It was just a random.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a few bits, and I'm just gonna nip to Asda.
And there was a comment actually, and all comments
We do read every
are
comment.
welcome.
Yeah.
At the moment, did I read all one on the bailiff video? No, because I think there was
Loads.
well over 1,000, and it got quite hard in the middle of it.
And
to
sometimes it's
keep up.
repetitive as well, isn't it? A lot of people have the same opinion.
Yeah,
about
yeah,
things.
that's right. But generally now, any video that's made, we do read all comments, and in fact, actually, there's another comment that we'll come on to later on in a more recent video. All comments are valid.
Yeah.
Now, we do get some, I don't know, bots, I
Yeah.
suppose, that are leaving comments, and I'm not sure whether yeah, anyway. But generally speaking, we welcome the comments, because I think in the comments, that's where the magic happens.
And it's interesting to see other people's perspective of
Yeah.
the same thing and see
It
how
is.
people's perspective is different to ours.
Yeah. And where we can be talking about one topic, that perception of that topic is different for somebody else because of their life experiences,
Yeah.
isn't it? And sometimes I think we have done videos where we've been off the mark. I think we have. And as well, this YouTube experience is almost shaping us as we're progressing through things, because what you perceived and what you thought at the time can be moulded and changed, and suddenly things aren't as clear cut or cast in stone, because actually when you go forward you think, well, actually this might be a better topic
Yeah.
all round because of that person's impact. I never saw it like that. And we have had that way. But
Yes, with the lime spider, so funny.
yeah, that was it. We was boiling
Putting lime.
limes,
And sugar.
scraping them, adding sugar in, and all sorts. But I tell you what, we do have to say, they blew the cobwebs off.
Yeah.
And Aussie. Yeah. And I think as well, that interaction is a perfect example, because that's two channels interacting over one item. That channel, channel B as it were, was like, well, I know what they were. We know it's something else. Oi. Oh dear me. Get them Fosters down. It's that interaction of two channels that are across each side of the globe, and that, I think, is the power of what this is bringing us, you know, what
Put a
YouTube's about,
shrimp on the
really.
barbie.
Yeah, we need to. You see, I'm already ready
Yeah,
for
you
the
see, you'd
summer.
be there.
I'm there. I'm there. Yeah, I think that's what YouTube's about.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's a good side of YouTube. There is a not so good side of YouTube where you get some interesting comments. And it's just, yeah, I don't know why, but
Unnecessary.
on this shopping haul, we did have somebody say, "Oh, what was it? There's nothing. It was something about there's nothing
Bundy
budget,
rum.
but
Bundy
Bundy rum,
rum.
yeah." And then what's another? I'll think of another Australian favourite in a minute. Kahula, if I've pronounced it right.
Should I read the
Yeah.
comment?
Yeah, paste the comment in for us. And the comment did say, the comment did say, it was something about it's not.
Wasn't on a budget.
It wasn't on a budget. Now, obviously, that person's correct.
Yeah.
It wasn't on a
It wasn't
budget
on a
because if
budget.
it was on a budget, yes, you
Yeah.
wouldn't have the. Said it right. You wouldn't have some of the stuff in there, but it's half term here.
Yeah.
And I think to be then saying, oh, well, it's half term, so no crisp kids and no, what else was on there, Lisa, that you would say wasn't on the
Coke,
budget
the
yet?
chocolate.
I mean, roller cola, 70 pence a bottle.
Yeah.
Is it crime of the
It's
century?
not all they drink.
It wasn't
There's
budget.
other drinks,
Yeah,
but they do
that's
like that. And yeah, we've been on half term. We've already had last week, and we've also got this week half term.
Yes, it's 2 weeks here. I'm not sure. I think it's a
No.
good way of the education system to do it.
Distribute the holidays.
But there we go. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't.
And they do like crisps with their dinner. They have crisps
Yeah.
all year because if they don't have them in the holidays, they take
Yeah.
them to school. And the chocolate's their after tea treat.
Yeah,
1 bar of chocolate a day.
yeah.
It wasn't on a budget. It was just, I needed to go to the supermarket. I spent 40 quid and that's what I bought.
Yeah,
And it was only to get us through. I think the comment was it's only 2 or 3 meals.
it was only
It
2 or
was
3
only
meals.
for
Yeah,
2
it
or
was
3
only
days.
2 or 3 meals.
Yeah.
But I think the trouble is as well. We'd been doing bigger shops online, and then you end up ordering, you know, a joint of meat, and you get a substitutive for a cabbage.
And the more
You know,
we
something
buy,
like that, don't you?
the more we buy, the quicker they eat it.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah, that
buy
can be.
more food, they
Yeah.
eat it quicker. How come use the chips with meals? How come have chips with meals? Because they don't always eat potatoes and veg, do they?
No.
Tonight we've had
Yeah, we had
potatoes
tonight.
and veg.
Yeah.
But like sometimes if they're having burgers, we have them on their own or with dip.
Oh, yeah. Now, I would say that'd be probably chips and a dip is probably, you know, we're veering off topic here. Chips and a dip. Lisa doesn't drink. I do, but in the past I would have had chips and a dip.
Chips are potatoes, and I think chips in Aussie are crisps. And I mean lots of people.
Now it might be like the Doritos with the dip.
Yeah.
Now, let's clarify. Chips, I would say, is potato. Take a spud, peel it, slice it,
Potato
make
chips.
it into chips.
Potatoes chips.
I would have chips with sauce or something like that. Now, quite often, I would have gone out to the pub. This was many years ago. I would have gone out to the pub, sunk quite a few alcoholic beverages, and I would have come back home, and the first thing that you do is, what do you do when you're struggling to stand upright? Oh,
Go
I
to
know.
bed.
No, oh no. I'll put a chip pan on. So here we go. You've got the chip pan on. Now, bearing in mind, you've got somebody who's had quite a few alcoholic beverages. You've got a chip pan on top of a gas stove with an open flame, cooking
You can't
chips.
beat them type of chip pans though, can you? They
Yeah.
are the best.
But the operator probably needs to be
A bit more sober.
a bit more sober, yeah.
Salty chips.
Yeah, now, So that's what I would. That's what I would say. I would always say chips just with some sauce or something would be when you've come home
Oh,
from
chip
the pub.
butty.
A chip butty, yeah. This is it. Or a fish finger sarnie.
No. There's nothing worse than the thought of fish fingers in bread. No.
But talking
Fish
about
fingers with chips.
no, in a butty.
No,
Come
fish
on,
finger and chips.
down in the comments, in a butty.
No, fish fingers and chips.
Now, crisps, as in potato chips, and a dip, I would say yes, but as a cinema type experience. So either that or popcorn or something like that. What have we
Max
got
is
in the
typing
comments? Ah, right, okay. Chocolate. Yeah, the crisps, chocolate and cola are non-essential.
They are non-essential.
And I would agree, they
The
are
children
non-essential.
No fish fingers
But
with chips.
dear.
Max says with chips.
Now, it's not essential, but how do you... And I think this sparked a bit of a discussion between us, didn't it? Because we said, okay then, let's just take it back and let's just say you are on a budget. Yes, you do have to change the way you're
Ham, egg
eating
and
things.
chips. Now that's my type of tea. I would choose egg and chips.
Ham, egg and
Everything.
chips would be your choice
Yeah.
through and through,
Yeah.
wouldn't it? It wouldn't be my choice, but it would be your
Would be
choice.
mine, yeah. Nice and simple. Ham, egg and chips.
And I think if you analyse the budget part of it, then you do have to change what you buy. And regardless, we've changed what we've
Yeah.
bought anyway. Because if you would have turned the clock back a few years, and it is quite shameful in a way, you would have got to the fridge at the end of the week or at the end of the month or whatever
chucked half
time
it out.
period, and you'd have said, oh yeah, we'll chuck that out, oh, we'll chuck that
That's
out.
out of date. That's gone mouldy.
And it's like even now, we got there and the flour was, what was it, May?
Yeah,
May 2004. It'd be all right.
we'll use that.
We'll use that. And
24.
I think people change. I think what you buy changes, and I think the way you do things change. And at one time, I would have had a packet of crisps every day, without a fail. But now, I very rarely have a packet of crisps.
And I don't really eat crisps.
You're not really a crisp eater, are you?
No. I tried one of yours the other day.
But you know, it's yeah. I think things change, but the hardest thing I think is talking about a budget. Does that then mean that because somebody's on a budget, they should have bread and water and gruel? And I think not.
No.
And I think that in the world that we've supposedly got, for people to be in that situation, I really can't understand where the world's gone wrong.
No.
I really, really, really cannot understand where the world's got wrong. And I did make a comment. Was it on that video? I think it might... Oh no, it was 2 videos further on, so I'll be careful not to spoil the comments there. I think inflation, okay, I'll use the term that's on the news, inflation. Why would you ever accept as an ordinary person inflation? Now, inflation as the term is where if you've got 2% inflation, so you've got 100 quid, effectively you're saying that the £100 that you've got this year is only worth £98 next year. So if you save £100 next year, you've just been robbed £2. £2, $2, you know, wherever you want to apply it to. I cannot understand why that's been bandied out there and everybody's gone, oh, okay then, that's fine. No, it's not fine, but it hasn't been sold to you as what it really is, which is currency debasement. The £100 that you did have no longer has the purchasing power of £100. It's only got the purchasing power of £98. And in terms of inflation, I mean, when I say 2%, I think that is a massive.
Budget shopping is different for everyone, but we
Yeah.
should be able to have a treat now and then.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's hard when you're trying to please 6 people
Where
and
there's lots of
cater
different views and different
for
inputs.
everybody and make sure
Yeah.
everybody's equal in what they've got. And then one doesn't drink fizzy pop, so they get dilute pop.
Yeah.
Some do drink fizzy pop, some eat crisps, some don't eat
Mm.
crisps, some eat chocolate, some don't eat chocolate. So
Yeah.
you've got to compensate and make sure that they're all treated equally and there's something for all of them. And that's hard and that is costly, you know. And
Yeah. And bear in mind the reality over a very short space of years, let's say 2019, I think some of the prices of items have increased by up to 2 times. So all of a sudden, if your purchasing power for your shopping budget was, say, £100 a week, you've now only got £50 worth of purchasing power at that same value. And that's where then people are having to make choices, because when you look at wages, and we were talking earlier about jobs, your wage purchasing power is increasing. It's not really
No.
increasing, is it? To be fair, because
I
of
agree,
everything else.
Danielle. I went shopping the other day, all healthy. It cost me over $80.
Yeah,
And that's the trouble.
I saw that video, and for $80, it was. We've had that as well, where you've come back and you said, "Oh, I've got this. How much did it cost you?" Do you know what their exchange rate is? Max, can you find the exchange rate? I want Great British Pounds, GBP, to Australian dollars, AUD. Just try and find out. I think it's about 1 point something. Maybe 2. Maybe nearly 2. 1 to 2. Try and find out. Look at this lot. Amazing information that we've got.
That's it.
And I'll try and equate that to the shopping that you would have come back.
No meat either.
No.
£1 is 1.96.
Yeah, nearly 2. So an $80 shop in Australia would cost us 40 quid. And you have come back with a £40 shop in one small bag, and it's like, where's the rest of it? You know, and I think it has gotten out of control. The biggest pain.
And that's why when I was in the car, and you laughed at me, didn't you, the other day when I was doing a mum chat, and I said I was in Asda car park, and I said, "Oh, I don't really like food shopping. Food shopping is not my favourite thing." And Shane's like, Shane paused it, and he's like, "You said food shopping wasn't your favourite thing, and we've got a food channel."
The majority of our videos is food. We
Yeah.
are sprinkling in some others, but
that's one of the reasons, because you go
yeah,
and regardless of what your budget is, you're getting less and less and less
All the
every
time.
time.
Every single
And
time.
that's why it's not my favourite thing,
Yeah.
because you're like juggling.
Yeah.
And like I say, when there's so many, we've said
Yeah.
before, they're fussy kids. They don't all eat the same. I don't expect them to eat the same. I expect them to have a hot meal, and that's obviously at our cost. And
Yeah.
we should have been tougher as when they were younger and said, no, one tea fits all, but we didn't. And that's our cost to bear now, I suppose. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why food shopping is not my favourite thing,
Most of the
because
We're on food.
he's like, Lisa, what have you said that for?
We kept it in though. We kept it in.
Yeah, but that's why, because you go and it's like, oh, that's gone
Yeah.
up again, and that's gone up 15p from when I came. I think one day I went to get butter
Yeah.
for Max's cookies. One day it was 85p. I think I went 2 days later, the same block of butter was £1.
We had
and it's
it.
like,
You'll see it in the video that's going to drop
I hate
tomorrow.
food shopping. I always have, but I have had to do it for the last 12 years. I know that's a downfall.
You do the most, don't you? And
No, fed is best. Kids have to eat, and that's it. Yeah, and I have to make sure that I can't see 3 of them have a hot meal and one, because they're a bit fussier, have nothing.
No.
You have to treat them all
Yeah,
equally, and everybody
of
has
course.
to have
yeah,
the equivalent hot meal,
Yeah.
just obviously for what they like.
yeah, and we always do. They always, every day there's a hot meal. I mean, your shopping will be different to if I went shopping as well.
Yeah.
wouldn't it? Because I'd be like, oh yeah, that looks nice. We'll have some of that, and it would
It'd
be
be like so
it'd be
random.
totally irrelevant.
And it'd be like, where's all the meals?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, but I've got a cake and some peanut butter. There you go together.
Oh, yeah.
It's what we're gonna do. I remember one time I saw that. What was that spread with them made with them biscuits?
Chocolate spread.
No, the
Biscoff.
biscuits. Biscoff, yeah.
Biscoff.
It's like, this was reduced a bit. It's like, oh yeah, I'll be able to make something with this. And we made them Biscoff burgers, didn't we? What do they go with? Yeah, burgers. Well,
Yeah.
plaster it on. Everybody knows you butter the burger, not the bread.
Can't trust Shane to go for shopping and come back with anything sensible. And when we go together, Shane will be in the bargain fridge looking for everything. It's like, well, I'll go and get what's actually on the list, what we actually need.
Yeah,
And Shane will just fill the trolley with stuff out the bargains.
But talking about budgeting, that is great for budgeting because you can get some good deals in
And
there.
we have
And
had some
random.
good deals, yeah.
But even now, and I don't know whether everybody else will agree or whether it's just our supermarket, you look in the reduced section and it's not really even reduced. You know, it might...
Or it's empty.
It might be like 20 pence off. Yeah, we've been in recently and there's been hardly any what we call yellow label stuff.
Because we used to go, like, late at night, didn't we?
Late at night, yeah, and you could pick up bread for 10p.
9:30.
You could pick up burgers for well over.
And we've done
half
some
price
late
off.
night shopping hauls as well, haven't we?
Yes.
In the past, and we've had
With
some
yellow
right
labels, yeah.
bargains.
But now there's like absolutely nothing. Well, I think one time it was almost if they were proud of themselves because they'd got a load of sliced peppers that they'd got from the pizza department in a box, and it's like what we're going to do with them? It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is hard. I don't think there is a sale. And in addition to that, when you look at channels like Dumpster Diver UK, who's exposing what the supermarkets are throwing away, perfectly good stuff, why aren't they reducing it earlier and putting it out for the people to actually make use of?
Because if they put it for 5-10p, they'd make something rather than putting it in a scare.
We live in a developed world where the importance is placed on commerce, and supermarkets would prefer to throw things away rather than take a hit and get them out there for people to make use of. It is the most bizarre world to live in. Absolutely, you couldn't imagine it. You couldn't imagine it.
Yellow labels are scarce now. Even too good to go doesn't always work out either.
So that's
So it's
not
not
just
just
us.
us then,
It
yeah.
isn't just us. No, it's definitely
Because we found
not.
that with too good to go as well, didn't we? That's why we stopped buying them. Because
The too good to go at the moment. Yeah, we've eased back, haven't we? We have. I think we are going to try some again.
yeah,
And ultimately, the outcome of that was the smaller independents seem to do far better than the bigger ones. But there is randomness thrown in because I do keep monitoring what's going on in Too Good To Go, and I have seen some videos where people's
some
gone to
people have
Greggs,
got a lot.
3 boxfuls worth.
Well, I saw one from Marks and Spencer's today.
Oh,
Somebody
right.
on Facebook, she got like 4 bags.
Yeah.
She got like a whole counter full of stuff.
Yeah. You see, I think it's down to luck of the draw. I think if we tried that, we'd end up with a Scotch egg and half a sandwich. I think purchasing power has definitely increased. Wages hasn't increased, and I think the disparity between this bottom level
New Too Good To Go
and this
for you,
top
Shane,
level.
is Facebook Marketplace. Alex says new Too Good To Go for you is Facebook Marketplace.
Well, speaking about Facebook Marketplace, I think anybody that's watched today's video will have seen I've got a coffee machine, which was on Facebook. So I'm scrolling Facebook. Lisa was out and about, and while I'm looking there, it's like, hold on a minute, coffee machine, free, it's broken. Oh, right, okay. If nobody wants it, it's going to the tip. Yeah, we'll try and save that. So I messaged them and I said, oh, I'm interested. I can collect it tonight. And they come back to me and said, oh, okay, when can you collect? It's still available. I'd already messaged Lisa and said, oh, can you pick this up for me? I said, oh, about 2 minutes. That was it.
I'm just going right now then.
And that was it. We will be doing a video on that.
Ha ha, hey, what's up? Bill Clinton.
Bill, good to see you in the chat. And yeah, we are going to be doing a video. So we've got this Nespresso coffee machine.
Broken.
Broken Nespresso. I'm going to try and save it.
You two look like a wonderful couple. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a nice comment. Thank you. I'm going to try and save it. Now, today, I did make an attempt on it. We were filming the intro to the video. It'll probably be on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I will film it and I'll put it on whether it's successful or a fail, because sometimes you don't know how it's going to go.
No.
But it's leaking when you put the pod in the top and you go to make the machine go, and it's basically making liquids coming out of where it should go into the cup, but it's also going into the pod dispenser. But I am going to try and save it rather than it going to landfill. If I can save it, brilliant. Underneath, it's got some special security screws on, so you can't just, open it up with a screwdriver. And I tried 3D printing a security bit, because I'd already checked my security bits and I didn't have one that fitted. So I 3D printed one, but it stretched because it's made of plastic. It was just stretching and it wasn't turning the bit. So we've got a bit coming from Amazon, and that should arrive Monday, fingers crossed. And I'll film that tomorrow. So if you want to see Shane repairing old junk, it should be on maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'll let you know how I get on.
But the trouble is, if it gets a lot of positivity and views, you'll be doing it all the more.
But
You'll be on the lookout for more junk.
there's two things that I like. First of all, is something that's free, and second of all, taking things to bits. And I'm happy at that.
And I have at one point had a car engine on my table.
No, it was a gearbox.
Oh, a gearbox.
It was a gearbox, yeah.
Yeah, that used to be. That was on my kitchen table at one point.
A Citroen Saxo gearbox in bits, and there was loads of little mini fingers.
In all the bolts.
All the sockets, yeah. We had the sockets on a tray for ease of access, and all these little mini fingers were coming in and taking a socket and wandering off with them. So yeah, we have had it was Citroen Saxo gearbox, but the repair was successful.
New, is it, Shane?
It's absolutely nothing. I like taking things to bits, and most of the time
they do work.
it gets put back together. Yeah, there's not many things that I took to bits that you have to bail on.
No.
Or that I've lost interest with. So I do try and see it through to the end. We'll see how it goes. So I did get that for free. That's one thing. And we have got some law books. So while I was on there, it's like, hey, I'm on a roll here. I'll keep scrolling. And I did see there was a stereo that was on there. And I think it was fairly old. One of the cassette drawers was permanently open. And the CD player didn't work. But they said the vinyl, the record deck on top worked a treat.
But we ain't got any vinyl.
Well, we'd have to go and get some. But somebody beat me to it, so I missed out on that one.
So I didn't have to collect that as well while I was out on my travels last night.
But I kept scrolling, and there was some law books, but the person's not in at the moment. I think they're away, and they're going to message me. I'll show you those law books if it comes good and we get them.
So here's me still getting rid of books, and here's Shane still collecting books.
Loads more law books coming.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Where were we? Can we move on from that video? I think we can, can't we? The Iceland chip shop chicken curry bakes. Now, we ended up with these because I went to Iceland and I was hoping to get the Balti bakes, which, in my opinion,
you liked them, didn't
are
you?
definitely a 10 out of 10. And they never even made it to a video because we ate them.
You and Ben ate them,
which isn't good, yeah. So we did have those, and I went back to get some more to then make a video to get there and find, unbelievable, they didn't have any. And there was a label in there saying product recall. I think they labelled it one way, or there was some ingredients that were mislabelled or something like that. So crikey, what am I going to do now? So I picked up the chip shop chicken curry slices, and to be fair, they were really good.
Yeah, you enjoyed them, didn't
They
you?
were really good. If anybody's thinking about them and you're not quite sure, definitely give them a go. That, I think, was quite a winner for Iceland. And there is quite a lot in that £1 range that we have done quite well on, really, haven't we?
Yeah.
For Iceland.
And they're quite nice, some of them, aren't they? They are really
Yeah.
quite nice.
They
Good
were
value
alright.
for money.
I think the only thing that was a definite never again was the cottage pie.
And the toad in the hole, but I don't think I reviewed that one, did I? I didn't like that.
You didn't review the toad in the
No.
hole, no. What? So talk us through your experience of that then,
It
Lisa.
was like a brick. It was horrible. One day,
Yeah.
it was rock hard. And I like Yorkshire pudding. Toad in the hole is my kind of thing, isn't it? I like
Yeah.
Yorkshire pudding, I like stuff like that, but it was horrible.
Yeah.
Even the sausages weren't very nice.
Yeah.
And it was just like a solid mass. It weren't good, was it? I would not buy that again. From my personal experience.
So the toad in the hole and the cottage
Cottage pie.
pie,
We didn't even eat the cottage pie one.
it's
though, did
definitely
we?
not a
It
hit.
was
It's a
horrible.
miss. Yeah, that.
Yeah. You see, I
it was
like cottage
interesting,
pie
wasn't
normally.
it? Yeah. But generally speaking, the rest of the items were,
Are really
were
good,
pretty
yeah.
good. And I think we did say we're going to try and get one of their crispy pancakes that aren't crispy pancakes and compare those with the Findus. Cue the jokes about what else Findus put in their products.
Hopefully that's long past.
The old ones are still the best, aren't they? Right, Tesco. Yeah, the chip shop chicken curry slices, definitely a hit. Yeah, give them a go. Give them
And were
a
they
go.
the ones that were £1?
Yes, they're £1 for two, so it's 50p each, or 10 bob in old money.
10 bob.
10 bob. Food Hub Friday. Now, I went for this one as an experience to see what the deal was and what was going on with the... It was run by a community interest company, so CIC, which is a not-for-profit organisation, and it's normally designed to be something that's happening in the community. And we did have to travel for a fair way. And the background to it was the vast majority were volunteers. It was volunteer-led, and they had a farm. And the farm gave opportunities for people from various walks of life, and it was pitched for helping a wide range of people in different circumstances, and that was across from disabilities, mental health, addictions, and rehabilitation.
What, to work there?
To work in that
Right.
on the farm. The idea was to get them started out there as a stepping stone,
As a volunteer.
and also as a, almost, I suppose, trying to put distance between maybe a past that they'd had or an addiction that they'd had.
Because sometimes everyone just needs that one chance, don't they?
Yes.
To change their life around.
Yeah. And as a separate example to that, do you remember when we was on holiday quite a few years ago? We went and had a
That
look.
was a good deal and helps the community at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. We went to this, it was an aircraft museum
Oh, yeah.
in an old tower. And as we were
It was on a
walking
caravan
up,
site, wasn't it?
it was, yeah. As we were walking up, we're like, oh crikey, we're a bit outnumbered here because there was a large congregation of very, very well built and muscular tattooed men.
That looked a bit rough.
That looked a bit, they were a bit like, the management. And we thought, oh crikey. Anyway,
If your name's not on the list, you're not coming
yeah,
in.
it's like, well, you ain't going to go there and start causing any trouble and, oh, this is a rip-off and all this, like. So there definitely wouldn't have been any
No.
bother there because they were...
It was well protected.
It was a fortified installation that was manned by fortified individuals
In the middle of a caravan site.
in the middle of a caravan site. Anyway, we're walking up and we're thinking, oh, crikey,
Crikey.
what's the deal here? Oh, hello,
Here-
can we go in?
Here's us with 5 little kids.
Hi. Anyway, straight away he was greeting us.
Yeah.
This chap turned round, tattoos all on here.
Oh, on his face, his neck.
Oh, hello there. We'd like to welcome you in. And would you like a cup of tea or anything?
Yeah.
And it's like, it was totally not what you would have expected.
It was the opposite, wasn't it?
And I think
Judge a book by its cover.
don't
You
judge a
shouldn't
book by its cover, yeah. And as we'd got talking to him, a lot of those were ex-convicts who had come out as the stepping stone to then do something for the community in this organisation. And 100% you couldn't have wished.
Simon the best. Hello, Simon.
Hello,
Hope you're
Simon.
all right.
You couldn't have wished for a nicer bunch of.
And they like went
People,
out of their
could you?
way to speak,
Yeah.
to tell you about the museum,
Yes.
to talk to you about the aircrafts, they
Yeah.
interacted with the kids.
Yeah,
They were like, but yeah, to look at him, you think, oh, crikey.
yeah.
But no, they were like the nicest place.
Yeah.
They had all the time in the world and everything, didn't they?
I
to
mean,
speak?
obviously, if you were to judge the book by its cover, looking at them, you would have never have ever complained about anything, would you? Oh, has everything been okay?
Oh, yes, lovely.
Oh, it's been fine, yeah. But no, and that is an experience, and I think going
I think
now
you got
back,
booked from there as well, didn't you?
I did get some books, yeah. Going back to now, this community interest company, they're helping a lot of people in various various ways, because some people are being offered that opportunity by somebody who believes in them.
Yeah, but just because you've done wrong maybe once.
It
It
wasn't
sh-
just doing wrong, though, just to make it clear. It wasn't doing wrong. It was addictions. It was mental health issues. It was...
All right, so just because you might have made a mistake, if you've been addicted
Yeah.
to something, or like you say, you've gone down a wrong route,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to be penalised for all your life
No.
because of
No, of
that.
course
You
not.
should be given the opportunity to make change,
Yeah.
because as you get older as well, naturally, the way you think
It
changes and you grow
And the
up
circumstances
and you see things
changes.
differently, don't you?
The past and the future changes.
Yeah.
The what?
The past is
The past is the
the past. and
past.
future
That's right.
That's right.
And that opportunity is there, and I do think it's making a big difference. I really, really do. And it has been successful for a period of time. Sometimes these ventures start and they don't last the course. This one had lasted
Everyone
the course.
deserves a second
Yeah,
chance.
yeah.
They do, yeah.
And
And sometimes that's all it takes is somebody just to believe in them, to give them that chance, and then they can go on to do amazing things.
yeah. Anyway, inside the venue, so the venue was inside what you would say is a community hall, is I think is the best way to describe it. And you went in the door and there was two. They described it straight away. Oh, I said, oh, am I in the right place for the food hub? Oh, yes, we're two lovely ladies. Come on in. And they were absolutely lovely ladies, no problem at all. And in fact, actually, they were business ladies because they were trying to upsell. They tried to do the upsell and, oh, we can offer you this. And would you like to buy this extra? Fair play to them. And as you went in, it was a small room. It was a bit like a TARDIS in there, really. They had packed quite a lot in there. And the idea was you got one bag per person that was taking part, and each of the bags was the same. So that's why they did that, rather than you bringing your own bag, because we joked on the video somebody could have bought a
You could
Sports
take an
Direct
IKEA bag. They're
Yeah.
massive.
if you'd have got in with one of them. So the bag that they gave you was consistent. It was a £5, and you got to choose from various things. They did have a section
bags
which
were all the
was
same size.
paid for. The bags were all the same size, yeah. You did get... There was a section where they had stuff on that was charged for. So they were trying to... You've got...
Snotty nose. Just taking doggy out. Be 10 minutes if you're still on. Yeah, we'll probably still be on in
We
10
should
minutes.
be, yeah. We've still got some more videos, yeah.
I have been running a course with my support worker for the last 8 weeks. It's only 1 hour on a Fridays, and I get £40 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite good.
Now, that's positive. That's what... Was that...
Welcome to my secret.
Okay, yeah. That's good because it helps that, and it's a financial
I
help
wouldn't
as
have
well.
done it a year ago.
No.
No, and I think that's the
It would've
difference,
been,
isn't
It would
it?
have been £20 an hour if it was.
So, yeah, in English money, that's £20. Yeah. I think that any form of change is good, and we've said in the past, where there's change, there's opportunity.
On hoarding.
And I have seen a lot of the videos. I have watched a lot of the videos. Credit to you, and I think I've said in the comments, it's one step at a time.
Nothing happens overnight. You know, it is
Absolutely
small
nothing.
and small steps make big changes.
Even the way that we're doing stuff as well, you can't suddenly say, oh well, I want to go from here to here. You know, if I all of a sudden
Everything's
had
got a process, hasn't it?
a knock on the head and said, oh, that's it, I'm going to start running marathons.
You're not going to run 25 miles tomorrow, are you?
I'm definitely not going to run 25 miles tomorrow. It is slowly but slowly but slowly, and one
And
bit
even
at
if
a
it's
time.
like 10 minutes a day,
Yeah,
or you know, a few items a day, or
Yeah.
you know, it is slow and steady, isn't it?
slow
Everything
and steady wins the race.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
everything takes time.
Overnight.
Who?
It doesn't happen overnight.
It doesn't happen. Hey, look at the words of wisdom coming from behind the screen. Yeah. So I went in anyway. They'd got some items for sale. They were trying to make money. They had some items which were tinned items, and they said that they hadn't had a lot donated. Now, and again, this is where I think these organisations are hit again, because people aren't donating
Watch
stuff.
later today. My house will be done. My support worker is coming for the last time ever. I want to surprise her. Oh, good on you.
Good on you. Way to go. Way to go.
Yeah, get
Yeah,
it done.
Definitely. Absolutely, yeah. And that feeling that you'll get as well
Yeah.
will be totally fantastic.
Yeah. That's
Won't it?
Yeah.
That feeling of accomplishment. Yeah,
It'll be a good feeling.
definitely. Go on. Make it happen. Yeah, you can do it. Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely. They had some items which they said were tinned items, but you can only take one tinned item. And it was like tinned carrots, tinned peas, tinned tomatoes. I don't think these organisations are supported. I think you could make it quite easy, or even if you was to implement a tax efficient way where you said to companies, every tonne of produce that you skip, you'll be charged this much. Every tonne of produce that you can give out to the community, you'll have a rebate. That would encourage
That'd
more.
be better, wouldn't it?
The biggest problem is the people making those decisions are up here. And we've already said before, if you're up here and you're being gifted £10,000 worth of clothes, are you going to be thinking about what's happening here?
No.
I don't think you will. I
No.
really, really, really don't.
You don't
honestly.
give two hoots.
So,
Because they're not on the same level, are they?
no.
Not on the
And
same
the
level
way
at all.
they're thinking is totally different as well. Now, there was some fresh produce in there which was grown directly from their farm. And they did keep livestock as well. So again, that's going to be teaching people the husbandry that they could then go on and use in employment further down the line, which again was good. And being a community interest, there isn't some fat cat that's, yeah, thanks very much. I'll take all the money and, yeah, leave nothing left. We filled this bag. There was some pumpkins there, but I didn't have one of those because if you think, you know, the pumpkin size, fill in a bag, I wanted to get other stuff that we could make something with. And we got, one of the things we got was red lentils, which we're going to make a lentil soup. Now, speaking of that, I know, welcome to my secret, you're one for making soups.
Teaches people where the food comes from. Yeah, that's
It does,
true.
yeah. Because a lot of people think that it just comes from a supermarket shelf,
Out
but
of a
there's a
tin.
lot more going on. So welcome to my secret. We're going to make that soup and keep a lookout for that one. It should be next week because we got some of the other bits that we need to go with
Yeah,
it
today.
and you'll be able to look at that and see if we've done it the English way with an extra 20 steps, or the Aussie way
Which is a lot simpler.
with a lot less steps. But hopefully it'll make you chuckle and give you something to laugh at us. We're quite happy to be laughed at, no problem at all.
Laughed with or laughed at?
Eh?
Laughed with or laughed at?
Either.
Not bothered.
Either. We've got to the point now. I think we've got to the point now where you're not necessarily bothered if somebody's laughing at you, because what we're doing is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, the people that are laughing at you, they need to go and have a look at themselves, really, and get their own house in order, don't they? Casting judgment is easy, I think.
As there are so many children in London, I think it comes from the supermarkets. I've been involved in food production, worked on a farm.
Ah, yeah. I think, yeah.
There's a line from my favourite song that says, I don't know anyone who's winning who's taking the time to leave negative comments.
You don't know anyone that's winning that's taking the time to leave negative comments. There we go. Just in case you didn't hear that, because I'm not sure whether the microphone will pick that up from behind, but that's what's been recounted. So the words of wisdom there, isn't it? Yeah, this is it.
It's got them all tonight.
It's like it's going to be the Shane and Lisa quotation show instead of the aftertaste show, which is the name that we gave it before. This place, I couldn't fault it. And somebody said, there was a comment about the bananas, and they said you would have struggled to have got those bananas for €5 in France. Just
There's
the
loads of
bananas.
yeah.
Just the bananas. The pears, I've eaten them already. They were nice.
I've nearly eaten the bananas.
Yeah, you've nearly had the bananas. I got the bananas for you because I think, was it that morning or the day before, you said, oh, I just fancy some
I've
bananas.
just eaten a banana.
And then when one of the lovely ladies said, oh, we've got some bananas, yeah, I'll have some of them for Lisa. She'll have some of them.
Yeah, well, I've nearly eaten them all.
You've nearly eaten them all. The crumpets have gone. What else has gone? The chicken went, the pears went.
Yeah, we've eaten the chicken.
The red lentils we're going to make into a soup, and I'm going to use the lime, the tomato. There's one tomato left.
Fish fingers.
The fish fingers have gone. And, yeah.
So there's a
There's
ragu.
still- Yeah,
and
there's
the
still a ragu.
rice.
There's still the rice.
Wagyu beef.
I was told not to get attached to the animals for the reason
Noodles
is
too.
most of them were not staying on the farm.
Alex said noodles.
Oh, Alex said noodles. Yeah, you see, that'd be my thing. You see, I'd get attached to animals.
Yeah.
The cup noodles.
We have got the noodles, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the noodles.
Was
They'll
that a
probably,
different
they
place?
might be I don't know, they might go tomorrow, who knows? Who knows how
Is that going to be your dinner?
It might be my dinner tomorrow. Yeah, I think it was. That was the plan, to have it as a dinner one day. Yeah.
That
Chow
was,
mein noodles. That was it.
that
Yeah.
was your dinner.
I haven't had it yet.
We haven't had them yet.
I haven't had them yet.
The cup noodles you did,
No, that was a soup.
Yeah, I've had a soup.
was it?
Yeah, the noodles are still on there.
They're not
Not
in the
by there.
cupboard.
Are they? Oh, they're
I've
in the,
tied
they're in
them
the
up
cupboard
today.
now.
I
Lisa's tied
thought
them up.
that's what you had for dinner.
Shane leaves them out. Lisa puts them away.
As an experience, then yeah.
That was one
And
of
I
the
think-
comments, on
Yeah, who tied it up?
Papa Shane.
Yeah.
Lisa tied it
I
up.
tied
yeah,
it
washed
up,
Lisa washed up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that it was a good experience to go and see, and also to hear. I wanted to hear about the background to it as well, and that was one of the important things to be that I went for, to ask about that. And would I go again and support them for £5? Yes, I would, because I think the values are there. The values are there.
And that's sometimes more important, isn't it?
Yeah.
What their objective is
Yes.
is
Yeah.
sometimes the
It was a
bigger
good
thing, isn't it?
objective, and I think it was, big up to those volunteers that are taking part in that. That's that one. Should we move on? Yeah, let's move on to the next one. The next one was again fronted by me. The Weatherspoons fake away budget meal.
I have been here this week.
Somebody did say,
Where's Lisa?
"What have you done with Lisa?"
I have
There
been
was
here.
that in the comments, wasn't there?
It wasn't easy. I still got attached to the breeding animals instead of the donkeys.
I
See, I
can
like all
imagine.
animals, yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah.
I'd want to take one home. Just put a lamb in the car or
You like
something.
bears? You like bears?
Bears, yeah, I like bears. I might not stroke one, but I like them.
So anybody commenting, Lisa, as
I
you
am
can
still
see,
here.
is very much still here. The idea as well was it is Shane and Lisa as a channel, and it is us two together. But there will be some videos where
It's one or the
Lisa
other.
will be talking about things, or I might be talking about things as well. So there is going to be
It was
a
the
mix
goat
up.
that you rang home, Shane. Wouldn't
Yeah,
complain.
that's what I want. The goat.
if it
Yeah,
was a
we'll have
goat.
that. We'll have the goat.
Yeah. Bring a little goat home, Alex.
Yeah, we'd have a goat. But yeah, we are going to be mixing
back.
things up. Hi Bev, welcome back. We've
still
only
here.
just moved on to the next video. Yeah, so I think we are going to be doing more videos. We've got a cooking food review video tomorrow because I know there are a lot of people interested
we've done that today,
in the
haven't we?
food reviews. So we've got Pucker Pie. That's tomorrow at 4:15, I think. I've set that to go on for.
You wouldn't. They eat everything. I think that's about goats.
Oh, goats, they do, yeah. They'll eat absolutely. They'll eat fences and all sorts. They will eat. They will eat, yeah. Yeah.
Bit funny.
So we have got a food review that's on tomorrow, 4:15. And yeah, Pucker Pie. I think we've just said, haven't we, what that one is. The fake away then was the idea was to try and have an experience of eating something that you might go to a pub for a pub meal, and I chose Wetherspoons, sausage, chips and beans with a soft drink, £7.73, and I got the price down to £2.11. Okay, now there was a valid comment that was made, and if we can add that to the comments now. So the Wetherspoons fake away. Oh, hey, we've caught the moderator out. Hey, it's not just us that makes mistakes.
It's going to do it on his computer.
We've caught the moderator out.
It'll appear in a minute.
It will appear in a minute.
It'll be there in a minute.
There was a comment, and this comes back to what we were saying at the start, that the comments are important, and the discussion was over, I think the comment was by Robin. I want to say it was Robin. And the comment was essentially saying, well, actually, it's not apples for apples. We weren't comparing like for like. And that is true. Obviously, when you go to a pub, you have got VAT to pay, you have got staff wages to pay, which, again, the most of the hospitality wages seems to be the minimum wage, which actually they're getting a pretty bad deal because hospitality industry is normally rubbish hours.
Yeah, it's
isn't
very
it?
unsociable hours.
It's weekends, evenings, overnights, and that was a fair comment.
Then there's all the business overheads, isn't there? The building.
The intention of the video definitely was not to bash Wetherspoons, because
Wetherspoons is good.
do they offer value?
Yeah.
Absolutely, they do offer value. So it wasn't that. It was designed, and we are going to try and do a recreate.
Which comment? Max says which comment?
It was by somebody called Robin. If you have a look in the comments, it was by somebody called Robin. I'm pretty sure it was Robin.
He's told me Robin.
I think it was Robin. It was a valid comment, and we weren't comparing apples for apples, so to speak. Because obviously, if you go and get stuff from a supermarket, there's no VAT on that. It will be cheaper than if you go to a pub, and you do enjoy the experience of going to the pub.
And somebody else cooking it for you.
And somebody else cooking it for you. Now, we were going to do a series of pub meal recreations.
We said this a while ago.
So like pub meal dining for two, but at home, and we're going to try and do them. So we will be doing some more of those, won't we?
Just so that if at the moment you're not going out to the pub for whatever reason,
yeah, and that could be for a number of reasons.
Yeah,
it could
just be purely because you're saving up for Christmas.
Yeah,
it's the wrong time of year. It's too cold to go out at night.
Cooler Kin 3. No, not that one. On the sausage, chips and beans.
Wrong comment. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. Is that it?
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, this is a valid comment because it was a valid point. We've got it. That was the one. That was the one.
Would love that review.
It was a valid comment. It really, really was. And
I press paste instead of copy.
It's fine.
we don't want to bash Weatherspoons, but we do want to be saying the aim and the objective is for people talking. Now, that comment by Robin was saying, well, actually, what about your time that you've spent? Now,
that was the reply that said apples are apples.
that's the one. Yeah, that's it exactly.
Not the
If
actual comment.
if you're a couple and you go for the Weatherspoons experience, now anybody will have seen this themselves. I'm pretty sure somebody will have seen this. When you go to enjoy a pub experience, and whether it's Weatherspoons or another pub, you'll sit there and you'll look around you, and there'll be a couple sat at a table nearby, and all you see them doing is they're both looking at phones, and there's no conversation going on. Now, if you've paid to go and have that pub experience and support your local pub, why are you sat there staring at a phone, allowing a phone screen to take over and not have the conversation? So one of the ambience things of our channel is to try and get people communicating, and instead of and it would be the same at home. There must be a case where one's in the kitchen and the other, so I'm not saying any particular type, or I'm saying one's in the kitchen and the other one might be sat watching Netflix or whatever. And that's what we're saying we don't want. We want to be in that kitchen, and by us filming, we've got no choice but to be in the kitchen, although there is a screen involved because we're recording it. And we're laughing about the things that go wrong, and every time you press record. I would say one of the things for the channel is to get people interacting and get people talking. Stop staring at phone screens. Get talking about different things and different aspects, and the enjoyment of the cooking experience.
Yeah.
Isn't it? They do, yeah. So keep staring at the screen to watch the video, but nothing else.
Yeah.
Nothing else. And yeah, that's what I think. And I think if you go into the pub and you're not talking, then you're almost missing out in a way of seeing that experience. What we've got
Technology
there, Lisa.
has taken over many people. Don't have conversation much anymore.
And
It is. I think it's too easy just to be zombie scrolling, isn't it? Rather than talking to somebody.
it isn't just even at home at night, it's also in the workplace as well. It's also in the workplace as well, where people are
You just see people all the time.
staying at
I've
home,
seen
they're
people
not
having
even
a-
going to work in the office and communicating.
I've seen people dog walking, scrolling on their phone. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like,
Yeah.
enjoy the scenery.
I've seen people driving and scrolling on the phones
well,
as
yeah.
well. Even though now they're running a big risk, but they do it.
They still do
do
it.
it, yeah. No, we wanted to get people talking, and the fakeaways, like we've done fakeaway, we did the Harry Ramsden fakeaway, we've done the Chicken McNuggets fakeaway, and I think we've done another fakeaway, haven't we? What was it? I think we did.
Oh, McFlurry.
Yeah, we did that, didn't we? Yeah.
Your Biscoff and McFlurry. Biscoff went in there
Biscoff
as
again.
well.
Get it in the McFlurry. Lather the burger with it, get it in the McFlurry, the Biscoff.
As soon as you said Biscoff earlier about the burgers, it just come
Someone walked
into
straight
my mind.
into me, too busy on their phone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Half the time they're not even looking what they're doing, and they're not
Yeah.
paying attention. And the world's passing them by.
yeah. And it's even extended into work now, in the fact that a lot of people aren't going into the office, are they?
No.
They're staying at home, and why they're staying at home? Because it's easier to
Oh,
be.
damn, I missed it. I seen you going. No, we're still here.
We're still here. This is just a quick 5 minutes.
I've seen people walking their dogs on their phone. I'd rather be taking in the surroundings and watching my own dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen people. Yeah, when
Yeah.
I've seen people, and it's like, why don't you just enjoy the dog walk and just say hello to people that's walking on
Yeah,
as well, you know, whether they're walking a dog
Yeah.
or just walking in general.
that's it. I see, Nico, we have mentioned you earlier on in the live, but it was all good. It was
Yeah.
all good.
It was.
And this is obviously just a quick live.
Hello everyone, hope you're all well.
We're all well. We're all well. Good to see you in the comment, and we're pleased you've made it. Now, is it 9 o'clock?
Yep, 1:30.
Half an
Oh,
hour.
right. I was going to say, if it was 9 o'clock, you haven't put your Crocs back. So yeah, I think the aim is to get people talking. The aim is to get people working together. But there will be some videos. I think going forward, this Vlogtober has been good
Yeah.
because it's got us doing different things. It's got us away from that fixed,
Vehicle.
almost repetition. The comfort. Demolish the ensconced, I think is the word, is the phrase I'm
It's
looking
definitely
for.
put us out of our comfort zone.
Yes.
It's made us do different things, hasn't it? And it's made us, right, what we're going to do today.
And there is an apology to make, because sometimes I'd probably say if I was to rate one of the things that's suffered the most is probably the audio. I'd say if there's one thing that people are having to put up
Don't
with, it's
leave me
audio.
up to doing audio,
It's audio.
because mine's rubbish.
But the end aim was that by doing this, we're increasing our chance of failure, and that's the only thing that can improve the video content.
Yeah.
Have you
And that's
posted
why we're doing it.
anything other than Vlogtober this month?
No. Every day's been one video. Apart from today has been the first day that there's been a video and a live, because the previous two lives we've done the live instead
the
of
video.
the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today,
So the live was the Vlogtober.
So
the
we've got a
live
double
was the
bubble
Vlogtober.
today.
Yeah. Now, going forward in November, we're going to keep making videos,
100%.
and we're
It's
going to
been
make
good. It's been a lot of fun,
Vlogger.
hasn't it? It's been a
Yeah.
lot of fun doing the videos.
Vlogamber.
Yes, no.
We might do Vlogamber, but we're going to do it probably is going to be embracing more of the Vlogtober and the Shane and Lisa, and doing not just food reviews, but we will still do food reviews, but we're going to be talking about different things, because things happen, and we're probably going to start introducing those, aren't we, about
Yeah.
different aspects
We've
of
got
our lives
loads to
that's
talk about.
interesting.
It's all just down to timing
Yeah.
when you can talk about it sometimes.
November might be, we discussed whether we can still do one a day. If we can't do one day in November, we're going to do one every other day. So we will definitely be doing something. And then in December, we're going to have a go at, what's it called?
Vlogmas.
Vlogmas. All these terminologies. So December will be one every
We're
day.
learning fast, aren't we?
We're learning fast, yeah.
We are learning.
Yeah.
'Cause
December
it's
will
easy
be
to
one a
watch
day.
everybody else do it, but then when you have to try and do it yourself,
Yeah.
it's difficult, isn't it?
And the next thing that we want, so we've got one thing to work on is definitely the audio quality, which we're trying to improve bit by bit and adjusting the volume levels and stuff like that. And the other thing to work on is the time, the what?
Time of upload.
The time of upload. Yeah, I think we've been playing about with the time of upload, is what we've been doing at the moment. I'm not sure there's any preferred set
No.
time, to be perfectly honest. We're going to try and make them probably a little bit longer, because some of the ones that we've been doing for Vlogtober have been
Quite
3,
short,
4
haven't
minutes,
they?
quite short. So we're probably going to try and
Which is
encompass a bit more in the life, you know, a day in
Don't
the life.
overdo it, guys. Quality rather than quantity.
Yeah, and that
And you do have a life yourself.
that is important, yeah. And I would say this month, it's took a lot of time. It has took a lot of time this month.
It's been hard this week, just the kids
Yeah.
being off and having a totally different routine for
Yeah.
the week. That's been hard.
But yeah, we've got a lot of things to talk about. The problem is with some of the things, like the interest rate, you'll have heard me mention about an unnamed bank at this moment in time. I've tried lots and lots and lots of permutations. I cannot come up with the same interest as them. So I've got a lot to talk about how I found that out. And there was a telephone call this week as it happened, and I thought, here we go, we're going to find out. But no, there was nothing ever mentioned about that at all. So we're still no further forward. But for me to make a video and say, yeah, we haven't really got anywhere, it's a hard one. But I'm probably going to do that as 3 parts. One is the fact that I think I've been overcharged and how I've tried to work it out. Then there'll be if the unnamed bank ever makes their own representation. I've got a feeling they're not going to make a representation. But as it's stacking up against them with the power, I managed to find an old hard disk that's over 20 years old, and that has got some of the original statements on. So there's some extra information on there which could be useful for me to show if that rate hasn't been worked out correctly. And interestingly, also on there, I found some pictures on there of Lisa when she was breathalyzed by the police.
Did you really?
I did, yeah.
Is Max now working class and will he be hammered by the Chancellor?
Well, now, accordingly, the working class isn't going to be affected by any price rises whatsoever. Whatsoever.
You need to tell him now why I was breathalyzed. Makes me sound really bad.
It makes you sound really bad, doesn't
really
it?
bad.
Well,
Am I supposed to know what that means?
breathalyzed, where the police get you to blow
stop you.
into a machine to see if you've been drinking alcohol and driving at the same time. You can recount the story. I haven't got the pictures to hand, but we'll probably make a video when Lisa was breathalyzed or something like that. As soon as the channel grows...
Like it's something sordid or something.
As soon as the channel grows, that'll be the perfect clickbait title.
Oh,
Lisa got breathalyzed.
Lisa got breathalyzed.
Won't it? Go on, tell them the story.
When was I breathalyzed? Go on, what year was it?
It was when the lorry ran into the back of you.
I know when it was.
2004.
I've only ever been breathalyzed once.
2000. What was that last comment? Because I missed that.
Was she drunk?
No.
No.
I haven't.
Is the unnamed bank going to be named eventually?
If I'm correct,
In the interest rate.
I'll name the bank. Unless
If you are
a deal comes up and there's an NDA, in which case then I'll not be able to name the bank. Right. Go on, Lisa. Over to you.
So you want the story of why I was breathalyzed?
Yeah.
Right. So when was it? 2004?
2004.
So no, I wasn't drunk. It was the middle of the day.
In fact, tell them how long it is since you've never had a drink.
When I got pregnant in 2020 with my oldest son, Kieran.
2020.
No, 2000.
Have you been drinking?
In 2000.
Hold on a minute.
That's tea, not whiskey. In 2000, lol.
Oh,
In 2000, I got pregnant with Kieran.
Oh, I missed that comment again.
It
What
said
did
lol.
it say? Oh, right.
And in 2001, Kieran was born.
Yeah.
So prior to 2000, I nearly said it again. Prior to the year 2000, I did used to go out and drink occasionally, and it'd be like Taboo. Is it Malibu? Malibu and Taboo?
Yeah.
I used to drink that
Mirage.
with lemonade.
Do you remember who it was?
Yeah.
Mirage and Taboo, wasn't it?
With
yeah.
lemonade.
Yeah.
And I wasn't a big drinker, and it'd be like when I went out with my friends on a Friday night. Anyway, I got pregnant with Kieran, and from the day I found out I was pregnant in the year 2000, I have never drank alcohol since. And that's it was my cup of tea. Yeah, I've never drunk alcohol since.
And you had a story about that
the
as well,
year
didn't you?
2000.
When you did go out and you was having water because you were pregnant.
Yeah, so I still used to go out on a Friday night with my friend that I used to work with. Me and her used to go out into town, and I used to drive, obviously, because I was pregnant. And I went into the local pub, and it got to the point where you can only drink so much Coke in one night. And she'd have an alcoholic drink, so I'd go to the bar,
Why did you drive because you was pregnant?
because I wasn't drinking.
Because you can't drink and drive.
You can't drink and drive. So I used to drive the car, go and pick her up and take her home. And then we went into the local pub. I'd ordered my friends drink, and I got to the point where I drunk that much Coke. I asked for a glass of iced water, and the barmaid asked me if I was on drugs. And so I stood back, and it's like, no, I'm just pregnant. And there I am with this great big baby belly. Yeah, and she asked me if I was on drugs because I wanted a glass of iced water. And it's like, no. So yeah, so on the day in 2004, I most certainly wasn't drunk. And it was weird because at the time, I was a childminder. So on that day, I should have had a family of children, but they'd cancelled for some reason, hadn't they? So I only had Kieran, and I needed to go to Asda. So my mum had said, oh, come and drop Kieran off with me. He can come up the woods and take the dog for a walk. So I'd taken Kieran. So then going to Asda,
But you had a 7-seater car filled with child seats,
yeah,
didn't
because
you?
at the time, I looked after 3 2-year-olds, three 3-year-olds they would have been at that time. So childminding, you can have 3 children under 5.
Under 5, yeah.
Which I did. I had Kieran, and then I had, some days I had 2 girls, some days I had a girl and a boy. So at any one time, I always had 3 children under 5, except on this day. So anyway, I dropped Kieran off at my mum's.
As strange as it happened.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's strange how things turn out, isn't it?
So I'd taken a different route to Asda, obviously coming from a different part of town, and they were building some houses, and there were some temporary traffic lights outside where they were building these houses. So I had a Safira, and I say we had 7 seats. We had baby car seats in the boot. So we're stood at the temporary traffic lights, and in front of me...
7 or 3 car seats.
I had 3 car seats, but 7... The car had 7 seats, but I had 3 baby car seats in there. So in front of me, there was like a sports car. Then there was me. Then there was a builder centre lorry behind me. So the temporary lights...
One of the ones that, the big lorries that deliver pallets of bricks.
With a great
and
crane
with a
thing
crane
on the back.
grab, yeah.
So the lights turned to green, so off we went. So the sports car in front went, so I went, but the sports car was indicating to turn into the building site where the showroom, the new house showroom was. So I slowed down and stopped because obviously I was paying attention, I'd seen there was indicating. The builder centre lorry didn't stop and ran straight into the back of the Severa, pushed me straight into the sports car that was parked in front. The back window just went straight through the car, didn't it?
Yeah, the lorry ran into the back of the car, didn't it?
Crumpled it.
Yeah.
So to say we'd only done, a little chunter across, you know, we'd not gone far because obviously this sports car was turning. So fair play to the young lads that was on the building site because they came running over, obviously seen the car seats.
Somebody had already rung the emergency services.
They'd rung an ambulance because they thought the children had slipped off the car seats into the footwell. And they're like, where's the children? Where's the children? It's like, no, I'm on my own.
So by the time I'd got there was ambulances there was police cars there and all sorts of
I mean, fair
commotion.
play to them because if there had have been children, the response was phenomenal, you know. Anyway, then they was out there sweeping all the glass up. So then I got breathalyzed, obviously, because of them in the middle of this accident.
Yeah.
And the builder centre lorry, they tried to say it was my fault, didn't they?
They said that you hit the car in front, and because of that collision, they then hit you. However,
the guy in the car in front was married to the woman who worked in the house showroom.
Yeah.
So she'd seen it through the window.
Yeah.
And it was only because they filled in the insurance thing and said they heard a bang,
and then they felt an impact after. Yeah, and that was the only reason. Otherwise, it would have been pinned as if it was you.
Yeah. And then I rung you, didn't I? And it's like, oh, you're gonna have to come down because I've crashed this car. I've been in this car crash.
Yeah.
I've been here.
So I came down. You drove the car that I came in home, and I drove your car back to get it back rather than it being recovered there and paying however much. and we drove that home, didn't we? But it ended up being written off because the roof, one of the key things was the roof had bent, hadn't it? And as soon as the guy that came and collected it, they said this is going to be written off.
Yeah, he's like, take everything out of it. Well, there was a pushchair in there, wasn't there? That was all covered in glass.
Yeah.
That's another thing to be grateful for.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as it could.
It wasn't. So yeah, the roof, because the roof was bent, it was destined to be written off.
But that day I should have had a family of 3 children plus Kieran.
Yeah.
But actually, it ended up just being me.
Just you, yeah.
But I had awful whiplash, didn't I? And then the back of my calves hit. You know the bars that are under the seat where you lift up to move them?
Yeah.
My calves hit the bar. It like the way it shunted me. And can't you remember I had them massive bruises, didn't I, on the backs of my legs where it like swung my legs and hit the bar and so that was the day I was breathalyzed. And
so the best you got out of it was a souvenir tube that you get to pull off the top and keep.
Yeah. That was it. That was as good as it got.
And I remember when I turned up.
You'll have to find the photos now.
I'll have to find the photos. There was the typical residents that had come out of the houses. There was about 10 of them stood across the road. She's being breathalyzed. Oh, right, come on, back inside.
Well, it was like the middle of the day, wasn't it? Was it like 1, 2 o'clock?
It was
like,
the afternoon, it was
like
early afternoon,
yeah. So no, I wasn't drunk because I don't drink. We was hit by a Stobart wagon. We was at traffic lights at reds. Ours was written off. They're a danger, aren't they? This was quite a heavy lorry. Breathalyzed.
Of the
just to see if
a standard practice.
Did they like encourage the police to do that?
They'll have done everybody. The police, typically, when there's an accident, if the police turn up, they'll normally breathalyse everybody, just as a routine procedure, just to see if they can reel anybody in. And also, it rules out any influencing factors for the accident, smash, or whatever it may be.
But yeah, their company was a nightmare, weren't they?
Yeah, luckily, the guy in front had said it as it was, and it turned out happy days in the end, didn't it?
Yeah. And then we got that awful car, didn't we? It was really uncomfy, wasn't it? The courtesy car.
Was it a Vanio?
Vanio,
or something similar?
Didn't we go to Chester Zoo in it? It was the worst driving
it was
experience
very uncomfortable, that one.
Because they have to give you like for like, don't they? And because I had a 7-seat car.
Yeah. That was through childminding insurance, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, 20-year-old hard drive. I've managed to resurrect it, and I've got some of the statements.
I can't believe you still got that phone.
They're still on there,
I was in hospital for 3 months in 2003. Most horrific collision. Enough said.
Definitely enough said.
Yeah.
Crikey.
It's
without
scary,
any shadow of a doubt.
It's scary.
And I think you underestimate how things can be in any accident.
Second,
In any accident, for a number of factors as well. So we are going to be doing more than just food, and I think we've updated from eat to a picture of it. It's us two now, isn't it? It's us two on there. And we are going to be talking about different stuff as well, and that's ranging across things that are affecting us in our life are likely to be affecting other people in their lives as well. But we will still be doing cooking.
Yeah.
And also, of that Iceland comment.
Yeah.
I'm not assuming anything, but it will be better to think and encourage yourself to think that you are going to stay in this world for longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Thinking what's not going to
Yeah.
Yeah. Words of wisdom from behind the screen.
So long ago, I saw this thing, and it was...
There we go. We're going to get some insights now.
Words of wisdom. If you can or can't do it, you're right.
Yeah? Yeah, sometimes it doesn't matter if you can't do it, does it?
No.
Yeah.
Whether you can, whether you think you can or can't, you're right.
Yeah?
Apart from it changed my life forever.
Yeah. Now, I think we'll revert back to what was said previously. Enough said.
Yeah.
Let's move on that one. Thoughts are with you.
Yeah.
Thoughts are with you.
That's,
We are going to be talking about things that matter to other people that's affecting us, isn't it?
because there must be other people in a similar situation. Obviously, every situation is slightly different.
Yeah.
But there must be people going through similar things.
Yes. So yeah, and I think that it says the channel's growing and evolving.
Did you get my email, Shane?
I didn't. I haven't. Did you send it to the link that's on the channel page? Let me know. Let me know, and I'll check the spam folder. I'll have a look in there. I haven't seen anything, but there is a spam folder for that one. If it was the channel page, let me know.
Yeah.
Right, I'll check that, and I'll get back to you later on. Definitely.
Oh, don't even say the email in.
It does. The email's on the channel page, but you have to click a button for it to be shown. Yeah. Yeah. We and I think Vlogtober we've enjoyed doing other things and talking about other things as well. And particularly, at one time, would I have ever thought to take apart the coffee machine and make a video on it? No,
Yeah.
not. Well, I would have taken it apart.
Yeah, you would have took it apart.
But I wouldn't have made a video on it.
No.
I wouldn't have made it. But now we are. And actually, is it going to show quite a lot of principles? Yeah. Either we can repair it or we can't repair it. But it's better to try and see if we can
And
repair
like I say, we
it.
can show either way. If it doesn't work, it was
we
free.
will show either way.
If it does, then he's got some coffee pods and he's going to be happy.
We've got some, yeah, but they were we've gone cheap from the budget perspective, rather than saying, oh yeah, we'll get the 20 Starbucks and this. We don't need them. We don't need them.
And we don't know if it's going to work yet.
It might not work, no. So we might have to then, if it doesn't work, then we're going to have to get the pods, open them, and put it in the cup.
At the hello email address, Shane.
Right, okay, yeah, I'll check that one. I'll check that after this live. I'll check that one and I'll get back to you. Yeah, definitely. Sometimes, a lot of the time there, I end up with lots of stuff in the spam, which I don't check the spam folder every day. I don't check it every day, but I will go and have a look. Because at one time, for some reason, the email, I think it got put on some kind of distribution list, and there was people trying to sell insurance and stuff like that, and yeah. I think it was after the bailiff video.
No rush, you guys. Oh, that will give loads of spam.
After the bailiff video, I had loads of people effectively saying, can we use your video and we'll give you a link? And it's like, well...
No.
Yeah, no, basically.
No
And they say, oh, but can't I just use it anyway? No, unfortunately not.
No. Make your own.
Yeah, I'll check that. So we are going to be doing more, and... I think that's going to continue, isn't it, Lisa?
Yeah, because it's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there is lots we can talk about. Lots.
And I think, like with the £1, not even the £1 items. I think with the budget food items, what we were seeing was you were going into the supermarket and they'd got an item and it said new on it, and actually it's not new.
No.
It's just got a new sticker on the front
or a new box design or something.
And it's like, if you could then fall into a trap of, oh yeah, we're reviewing the chicken curry slices, they're new, but oh no, they're not.
Because there's 20 other people that's already done
they're
them.
already a year old and
that
something.
would be copyrighted to you, as it's your video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, if I'm honest, the bailiff video has probably been the biggest harm to the channel, although as strange as it may sound, because we've ended up with 2,100 subscribers that want the next bailiff. And when they then look at, oh, we're having tea and biscuits in this video. What? I wanted bailiff action.
We don't get many bailiffs coming around. We haven't had one since, so it's like...
We haven't had one since.
No.
If we do get one,
it'll be on.
it'll be on. But
it's hard because it was just something that had happened like randomly, wasn't it? That we just put on. And never in a million years did we think it would get so much interest.
No.
Never.
But it has created an imbalance now between the subscribers that have come for bailiff action, shall I call it, and the subscribers that want food action. So if you want food action, then
Keep subscribing.
keep subscribing and keep watching.
We're having tea and biscuits in this video. You were having tea
We
and
did have
biscuits
tea. We never.
in that
Yeah, we
video.
were. Well, we was
That's
having
what-
hot
that's what
chocolate.
you
With
said.
bounty, now the one funny, you can always rely on people's humour, because one of the funny things that came out in the comment was going on about
Wife and daughter are also subscribers.
oh,
They
nice
like,
one.
They like mum life videos.
Yeah. Now, talking about, that's an interesting topic, because talking about doing something different other than food, and there are definitely audience that's rooting for you, Lisa.
Yeah.
So there are some
Team
Shane
Lisa.
haters there. I have detected that because of the comment. Hold on a minute, where's Lisa? And we have seen the comments about more mum life videos, and that is again by
I think
opening
people
up.
just come for different
Yeah.
aspects of what we bring.
Yeah.
Obviously, you bring all the technology, the car, breaking stuff and fixing stuff.
Taking stuff to bits.
And I would bring all the mum stuff, wouldn't I? The mum chats. I could talk. I've still got to talk about Christmas,
School cleaning.
school. Oh, school's another level. Don't get me started on school. But yeah, I could bring all of that, and we together we bring two totally different
A wider
aspects
range
to
of topics, yeah.
to one life, don't we?
And if there's a video and people go, oh, it's him again, I'm off, then so be it. You know that's it's
But
totally
same
your
if they
choice
don't like
to
my
make.
mum life chats, and if you don't want to hear me talking about Christmas, you will have to do some home DIY.
Home DIY. We've got a lot of car stuff to still get done. Believe me. There's still work to do on the Peugeot, and then after the work on the Peugeot, there's the transit van. There's a van.
Yeah, there's a van.
If you haven't seen the van, we've got an old van as well. Now the kids absolutely. It's not your cup of tea, is it?
I hate them.
It's not your cup of tea.
I do not like the van. The amount of people that have knocked on our door. Oh,
Wanting
is
to
your
buy
van
it.
for sale?
Yeah.
If it was just me, I'd have been like, yeah, how much? Someone even come. It's right. So the van is currently stood on my plant pots. It's got no front wheels.
That's not true. No, it's not stood on plant pots. It's stood on axle stands. It's an old transit smiley van.
Old.
80s.
It's an old N reg.
90s.
1990s.
With the proper diesel engine in
Wasn't
it.
it like? I swear I remember something about a police.
Mark 5 Ford Transit 1996.
There you go. That shows you the kids absolutely love the
Alex loves that van. When we sell that van, Alex will probably be sat in it and going with it because Alex loves that van. Yeah. I hate it. Yeah. It's got 9 seats, a table. Don't get me wrong. It's good for fish and chips at Seaside.
Yeah.
Because you've got a table.
And we've been to Butlins. We've been to Butlins and we fixed it. It broke on the way.
Oh, well, that's why we bought it.
We fixed it.
Here it goes, love. It's 9 seats, gas cooker, table.
Yeah. we fixed it, yeah. A bolt snapped on the alternator.
It's amazing.
And we fixed it on Christmas Eve. We walked round local industrial estate and bought 2 13mm spanners, some bolts and some washers for £5 and fixed it and drove home in it. Now where else can you do that with anything?
And we bought
today?
it to go to Butlins that year, didn't we?
Didn't we? Yeah. So yeah, you're not overly keen on it.
I'd sell it tomorrow.
On the Facebook Marketplace?
It was an eBay purchase, that one. And it has got a bit of character to it. You know, the steering is a bit, you know, you do have
Petrol or diesel?
Diesel. You do have to there is a bit of play in it. You do, you know, there is. What did he say? Diesel. Yeah, Alex is on it. Any questions you want to ask?
Just ask Alex. Alex knows all about it.
So no, it's not stood on plant pots. It's stood on axle stands. The plant pots are holding the brake calipers up, so we don't strain the brake hoses that go to the brake caliper.
Great engines, Shane.
Yeah, they are good.
But it's still got my plant pots holding some of it up.
Lisa's plant pots have been seconded.
Just need the spotlights on the front and those. those ones on the roof.
We do want the
That's it, the kids are going to
get a bit of lighting power on it. What was we even how have we ended up talking about the transit van? Yeah, we have got
you
some.
said
Yeah,
after
yeah,
car
that's it.
projects, there's a van.
We've got plenty of car projects. We've got a van project to come as well. The only trouble is now the time of year it's cold and wet and all that lot, which obviously makes me think that I'm wishing it was summer.
Again.
Not doing the van because of its expenses.
It needs quite a lot of parts at this moment in time.
Because we haven't determined what's wrong with it, have we?
We haven't quite determined what's wrong, but we do need quite a lot of parts. Namely,
Do a camping video, lol. Shane and Lisa camping show.
If it was just us two, we
It'd
could
be
have done,
alright.
couldn't we? And we had a van before that. That it would have been perfect. We had a Fiat Ducato van. We bought it to move. We paid £190 for it.
Is that where we went to Wigan? Did we go to Wigan?
Yeah, keep your wig on in Wigan. We went to Wigan, and
that's another one of them. Oh, we're going on a road trip tomorrow. All right, where we're going? We're going to Wigan to fetch a van.
Yeah, we took the engine, so we bought it for 190 quid.
Well, we did have a trailer tent for it too. Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did, and that was a story, wasn't it? Because we went down to, where was that? Somerset.
To fetch it.
It was somewhere near Weston-super-Mare. We drove all the way down. I think it was where the M5 had changed onto an A road, right at the end of the M5, I think.
We've got lots of stories.
We collected it, didn't we? This trailer tent.
Yeah.
We then hooked it up. We joined the motorway to where it going, hold on a minute, there's something not right here. Pulled up on the hard shoulder, and the tyre had gone on the trailer tent. Was it AA or RAC? The breakdown cover that we thought we had came out and gone, we don't cover trailers. What's the best you can do then? Oh, well, we'll take the trailer back to a service yard, which they did, and we'll let you continue your journey. Yeah,
great.
Complete with a daily charge. So there was a recovery charge, a daily charge, and was it 5-hour drive?
Yeah.
So then I had
We went home because we had all the kids. Then you went back the next day, didn't you?
No, I think it was 2 days after, because we had to get another wheel.
Oh.
And I had to go back the following 2 days later with a new wheel, fit the wheel in their yard, and then pay them. And there was no help whatsoever. No. So it was quite a tricky job, that one. And then
we never even used it, did
we didn't end up using it, no.
No, but then we sold it.
Life. Anyway, we've got lots of projects. Hence the direction. And for anybody that's asking, Mum Life is definitely here to stay.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Big up mums.
I'll keep talking Mum
Big
Life.
up mums. Lisa's going to do the Mum Life.
Yeah.
And I'm just...
And what?
Inside of Asda.
In Asda car park.
Yeah.
When I'm mustering the enthusiasm to go inside.
Lisa's still going to do Mum Life, and I'm going to do other random
stuff
and talking about... Yeah. So anybody that wants Mum Life, if you see Shane Life and it's not for you, then just wait for another day or something, and Mum Life will be there to save the day.
Yeah. And vice versa, if you're not interested in my Mum Life, then wait a few days and you'll get Shane back.
You'll get Shane Life.
Papa
Shane.
What if you don't like Shane Life or Mum Life? What if you like
Then
just
just
wait
scroll
for cooking
on.
videos.
Yeah, wait, scroll on and wait for a cooking. But we are doing cooking still.
Yeah.
We're still going to do cooking.
So we are going to do the pub meals, aren't we? I don't know
Yeah.
if you ever actually said that or whether you got off on a tangent.
We probably have got off on a tangent, haven't we? Yeah.
Every Shane Life video has both of you in it.
No?
Not always, no.
No.
Not always.
Sometimes I'm filming, sometimes I'm not.
Sometimes you're filming, yeah. The £52
But it's not
shopping.
Just filming and staying silent. It's filming and interacting.
Sometimes you
Sometimes,
do.
yeah.
But if it's car videos, I'm trying to sort of do those on my own and get the camera set up and things
I'm
like
staying
that.
inside.
Staying inside, particularly in the winter.
Yeah. I like winter then.
£52 shopping haul, which was today's
today.
video. which was ended up being split over 3 supermarkets, didn't it?
I need to stop having to go shopping on the weekend.
And Home Bargains. And I think it was Sunday shopping is terrible, really, isn't it?
So was Saturday
It really
shopping.
is, yeah. Saturday shopping as well.
You hate Sundays.
Yeah, Sundays never go to plan. It doesn't matter what I plan on a Sunday, it never goes to plan.
Yeah, they end up going really quickly, don't they?
Yeah.
Did that go to plan?
That's on today. If you've seen that, or if you haven't seen it. Now I know some people have seen it because there was a comment going on about the coffee machine,
Right.
which I will be fixing. That's probably Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, depending on how lucky we get. Tomorrow's video is a cooking video.
Yeah, it's cooking. Yeah, we've
And
done
it's the steak pucker
pucker
pie. Make sure you say that correctly. Everybody at home.
I'm just stood on Max's foot.
Yeah, that's it, playing footsie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, we've enjoyed it. We're
good.
definitely going to continue, and we're going to do different things as well, and we're still going to do cooking and talking about stuff and things that matter. Have we done? Have we run out of steam?
Maybe.
We've run out of steam and the comments have dried up, so we're struggling for
Yeah.
going off on tangents, aren't we? So I think we might finish up this quick live, because it has just been a quick 5-minute,
quick one.
quick 5-minute live.
Max is shaking his head.
Everybody that's joined us today, thank you very much.
Thank you. Weekend
it means a
shopping
lot.
is not the one. I prefer it in the week when I have to go. Yeah, I hate weekend shopping.
You don't,
I hate it.
And the trouble is, if you leave it till the wrong time,
Good
it was
night,
that.
Bev.
Oh,
Bev.
see you, Bev.
See ya.
Have a good evening and a great week next week.
I see Nicole said
Is listening.
Is listening. Is listening, yeah. It is in a way humbling for the people
So you were
joining.
talking about me, wondered why ears were burning.
We was right at the start, we did mention, but it was good. It was good.
Night, Bev.
We might even get a post up in a minute, might we? It is good to see that the people that are coming back and listening to it, and the interactions and
it
building
is nice, yeah.
that interactions, and I think it was
Thank
another
you.
aim, wasn't it? It was
Thank
to
you.
join that.
it was Papa Shane's
Yeah.
topping mozzarella first.
Oh, yeah,
then
about the
favourite
pizza
The
toppings.
the order of the pizza topping was what it was. Yeah, that's why your ears were burning. But it was only about the order of the pizza topping,
And
which
you're gonna
which
try
was
it?
your suggestion. We're going to try that one. Yeah, that's what we spoke about. It's nice for the interactions.
Yeah, it is.
And it's nice to be.
It's like having a new set of friends,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's nice to be sort of talking about that thing, and as it's going on, like with Crazy Caveman, the story of his car and things like that, it's nice to see that developing and building along and hearing about it. And it was one of the things that we wanted, wasn't it? Was the interaction.
It was like a little community, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that was pretty much it, wasn't it? You know, the Shane and Lisa community. You know, it's probably means more to you than what you could ever think in a way, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's Bev off. Yeah, it is. And to see some of the people that's been there and the time that they've been there as well.
Yeah.
It is really good.
Lovely.
Welcome to Mexico.
And well, it's probably
Early morning.
Yeah, it's like going to be 8 o'clock, I think.
Sleep well, Bev. Have a good week.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, so it is good,
Yeah.
and it does mean more to us than probably how you could ever imagine it. Without
Because when you
initially
start these
without.
things, you never know how it's going to turn out, whether anyone's even going to want to watch you or anything. You just have no idea, do you? We could just be talking to ourselves.
Well, yeah, this is you just never know, do you? You never know. But yeah, it's been good. I enjoy the interactions,
Yeah.
and yeah. On that note,
We're going to go.
enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody that's that's joined.
Yep.
Enjoyed. See why I'm off. Yeah, thank you very much for everybody joining.
It's been good to
have a
chat again.
fantastic week next week and a good restful evening. And
We'll see you next Sunday.
we might, I think we've set ourselves up for a live next Sunday, I think,
Alex.
haven't we?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you
See
in
you
some
soon.
videos next week.
Take
Have a
care.
good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That one.